Hi guys, and welcome back to Alistair Davies Golf. Today's video is all about club face control and how we can stop basically having that club face opening in the golf swing. So the most common thing I will see by my students and videos and online lessons that I do is people have too much left to right curvature for a right-handed golfer. So basically they fade or slice the golf ball too much. So today's video is all about how we can get that club face working better pretty quickly, in seconds maybe, with some of you, to change your ball flight. Now, if you cut across the golf ball, and that's part of the reason why the ball flight moves left to right and why the face opens, this will turn your ball flight into more a pulley shot or even a pull hook potentially at first. So if that happens, you potentially will have to work a little bit on your downswing, your plane, or your path through the ball to change that also. So today is all really about the club face and how the arms work to get the club face square and how the club face work. I've got two little drills here I'm going to show you, simply using the T-peg to help change your game. So what we're going to talk about, I've got a T-peg here, blue tacked onto the club face. Now you can use a magnet instead, you can buy magnets online, go on club face. The blue tack is pretty inexpensive, and a T, obviously we all have them. So this is very, very simple and easy for everyone to use and do. So I take my address position and go to the top of my backswing. I want you to check where this T-peg is pointing first of all. So if you imagine if the T-peg is pointing this direction, like so, that club face is open. If it points that direction to the sky, that club face is closed. So generally speaking, what we want to see is more kind of in between the two in very simple guide. As a very simple guide. So basically, if you're slicing the ball, try and encourage the T-peg more towards the sky, but obviously we want the in-between angle to be pretty correct. If it's down like this and the T-peg's pointing straight away over there, then that's the first thing I'd want you to try and fix. Generally, that will be combined with a very kind of cupped left wrist. Again, if I take a normal grip, and I go to the top of the golf swing, I want to see that club face pretty much match my grip, my left hand, my lead hand at the top of the swing. So again, if I bow my wrist more, you see that T-peg goes more upward. If I cup my lead wrist more, it points more over there. So that will help us, and whether we're better off thinking of a more an external object to get our lead wrist better and club face better, or our wrist, is very individual, and you have to own your own feels and own how you move and change things. So basically from the top of the backswing, as we come down then, if you're a slicer, I'd want to encourage you to get this T-peg pointing to the ground pretty quickly. So that's excessive, but definitely feel it. It points more kind of towards the ground as early as it can, points to the ground and to the ball. And ideally, I want it to be inside my hand line. Okay, again, that will help change your path and plane too. And as we go to the golf ball then, you'll see here how the T-peg's pointing at the golf ball, or just to the right of the golf ball, just prior to contact, at the golf ball, left of the golf ball, left of the golf ball, more towards the ground. And again, to be square, it'll be again about a 45-degree angle like this. If you're a slicer, I'd encourage you to get it to the ground even more so. So again, that will be pretty normal, that's pretty correct. This will be open, that'll be closed. So I'm quite happy for slicers to take a lot of what I call medicine and get that to the ground, to encourage you to hit the ball too much right to left. The key is, as an individual, you need to learn, do you need to practice it to the ground or correct to change things? And you might need to practice it to the ground for a month, for a few weeks to make it change, then you'd ease off that practice and make it more correct. Everybody's different how much they need to do. I call it how many tablets do we need to take. So we work out the right dose, the right amount of practice, the right amount of drill work and excessiveness to get you correct. So we feed it until we get the right ball flight. Hope that makes sense. So this will be the first thing. So we get these practice swings, feel the T-peg, working as much as we can, and really feel this through impact. We then take this off, or we'd have two clubs. One with this on, leave it to the side, take your secondary club and make a swing. So once we've got those feels, I want them to go to the ball and try and produce that swing on the ball. Pretty happy with the strike. Overturned it over right to left. Again, those feels are what it's going to encourage me to do. And again, my golf swing, I tend to draw the ball a tad with my irons anyway. So for me, it's something I don't need to do. I could definitely get the club face a bit stronger here in my golf swing, but I release it, I flip it a little bit more than I want to. Again, I'm not perfect. So these fields, if I've done correctly and get the delay correctly, will help me. But ultimately, I move the ball right to left anyway. The second drill is more about, let's say, the biomechanics of our arms and how we're going to move. So again, I've got a T-peg now through a sweatband on my lead arm. So again, what we're going to do with this is work mostly from here through the golf ball. And again, I want that T-peg to work towards target very early in that downswing here, from this halfway down to through. Very early, I want it then to point left. I then want it to point down to the ground. And again, this is an over release of the arm, so the arm is supinating to get there. So I really feel this is working hard. Now ideally I want the arms and body both to rotate as we're doing this. So as I'm swinging down, body and arms, but the T-peg points to the ground. The visual and the fact that I have to move my arm to make this happen is going to change this club face through the ball. It's going to make this club face rotate, release, whatever word you want to use, to get that club face working in a stronger position. Let's go and let's try a shot, and maybe I'll just go kind of 1/2 to 3/4 in pace and length. And we'll see here the T-peg points nearer to the ground. It's not quite the ground, but it's certainly working towards that. And again, you can overdo this or underdo this to feed your ball flight as much as you want to. These drills are all about, again, that prescription. What do you need to make a change? How much do you need to do? Feed what you need to do, and then work from there outwards. So try these drills if you're a slicer. Try these drills if you get the face too open. It also will help with the kind of flippiness as well. So if you get the club head behind the hands, maintain it and rotate, it'll help that delivery too. Let me know down below how you've got on with them. Also, tell me or chat to me about what kind of videos you want to hear from me in the future, and ask any questions you have. Please like the video if you've enjoyed it. It really helps my channel grow, and I really appreciate that. Also, join me on my journey. Take part in this channel. Ask questions. Subscribe. I post videos 3 times a week, and if you hit the notifications button, you'll get all the notifications when I release a video. And if you chat to me and tell me what kind of videos, the videos for sure will be more down the direction you want them to be. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me, and see you again here soon.